What the actual hell is that? No, that's not creepy at all. Hey everybody, what's up? Chester here. Welcome back to episode 6 of Industrial Revolution Rebirth. So, the end of last episode, there were some things I said I needed to work on right in between episodes. Have I done them? I got started. I got started here in the back. I was going to extend this, and then I ran out of wood, and so I'm in the front gathering the wood, and it dawns on me, I don't have a tree farm. I need to set up a tree farm. Now, if you've played Create, you know how this stuff works. Here's some of the things you need. Deployers. Yep, we can make those. We made those. Saws. We made the saw yet? If we haven't, we really should. But I need to set up a tree farm so that I can get some wood, which I have here, and continue getting everything set up so that I can expand this, fix that abomination, that nightmare, and then get those crushing wheels set up. Why? To continue to this, I need coke dust. Now, to get coke dust, you gotta drop coal coke through these crushing wheels. Or you take coal dust, mix it with some creosote, you get the coke dust. Oh, okay, we can do that. How do I get... you get coal dust through the crushing wheels, the crusher, or the crusher. So I don't have a choice. I have to get the crushing wheels set up. But to do that, like, I can't even run these saw. Do I have... I don't even have any shafts on me. I put this up, it overstresses the crap. Because this is not connected to that. This entire thing needs to be redone. I said that at the end of the last episode, as we ventured on into the nether. How are you looking? You're looking like garbage. Also, get more creosote. We need more wood. So I need to put together a tree farm. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. So let me go ahead, gather some resources, and let's see if we can figure out a decent tree farm that'll get us both oak, and we got some spruce over there. So we're going to get both of them. Let's see what we can't do, shall we? Now, I think I have everything. Only 2 saws, a little bit different. 2 deployers, bunch of saplings for both oak and spruce, casings, cart, portable storage. We've got barrels. Yeah, I think this will work. Now to make a space. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and set down our track. I will need a redstone signal for that. Probably put it underneath. Put that all the way down. Let's go ahead and set up a block. Back and forth. Usually don't set my farms up this way, so this should be fun. Cart assembler goes on. All right, so you're gonna go on top. Let's see here. You know what? I already saw one thing. We're gonna go ahead, change those out. Let's grab the saws, one on either side. Raise it up just one more. And deployers down and down. Nope. I don't want you to punch the ground. Plant the saplings. Oak on one side, spruce on the other. Go ahead and go around back. Yeah, we'll start with these two. Actually, no, we don't even need to put those in there. Oh, that would have been funny. Now, portable storage interface. Put you up top there. Let's adjust you the proper way. And I forgot something. Smart chute will come in handy. Now, you don't need a smart one. You can go with the regular, good old basic chute. That's fine. But I just opted for the smart one. Gold barrel. God loves sophisticated storage. And then, boom. Drop it. Seriously? Just torrential downpour. Is this a thunderstorm? It is. Minecraft. What are they without rain? All right. Beauty behind this. I'm going to throw in a stack of dirt, right? Each, like 2 stack upgrades. I don't have a whole ton of diamonds, so I didn't make these diamond tier. But 4,000 per stack. This is going to go for a whole minute, and it's going to keep us good for even longer. Let's go ahead and get everything glued together. All right. That should work. Got you opened up. We'll have to put that back. But put you down. That should activate everything. Yep. You're talking. Fantastic. Card assembler is gone. Now, I forgot redstone. Blocks could be seen as a little bit of overkill, but it's fine. I forget how far these reach though. Oh, that's further than I thought. See? I don't know vanilla redstone. Let's try. Ooh, no. I'm going to put it down this side. That way, if I need to set up redstone controls to turn it off, I can. Yeah, I think that's the right goal. And then we could go put that lever back there. This is why it's important to always lock rotation. Now let's try this for the 3rd time. Nope. $2,674th time's a charm. Beautiful. This should, in theory, work. Go. Jerk face. All right, so that works. Far too much struggle, far too much time fighting with it between gluing and rotation. I don't have any bone meal on me, so we can't test it, but everything works. Thank God. All right, so we encountered something a little bit interesting, right? I'm here gathering materials because I need copper, and I found almost 3 stacks, and I wanted a bit more copper, right? We have a problem. Draconium. And there's a healthy bit of it. So how do we fix this problem? Let's see here. Smithing template. Check. Do we need... Please tell me I can get... Damn it. Let me check something. Now, truth be told, I didn't want to do this until... Oh, man. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to do this until we had crushing wheels, right? Because crushing wheels is going to amplify... Wait a minute. Twilight? Are we going to have... We're going to have words. And it has to be superheated. Oh, you've got to be... You've got to be kidding me. Is there any way I can superheat Blaze Cake? It's Cinder Flower. I have to have the crushing. We're going to have to make do, because if this flashback works, and I don't know if it does, we need to make this happen. All right, here we go. Twilight, I want you to understand. If I can't get that draconium this early, we are going to have a problem. Okay? As I'm going through processing all of this copper, Twilight has done something kind of interesting, right? Here you can see dirty copper dust. And in here, I have copper dust. So what he has done is he's added a multiplication. It's not exactly or doubling. That comes later. Like when we get these grinding wheels, you get a 50% chance to get additional crushed copper. Fantastic. 25% chance if you don't have the crushing wheel. You get this dirty copper dust. Now this can be either washed 1-to-1, or if you mix it with 100 millibuckets of water, you've got a 25% chance of getting an additional copper dust. So in the early going, if you set up the right kind of processes, you can definitely increase how much you're getting. Like starting with just under 3 stacks, right? There's more than that already. Now, I have to say, 2 stacks, I think it was 2 stacks plus 41 turned into 5.5 stacks. In the early goings, if you're not setting this up, you're doing yourself a disservice. Probably going to want a separate basin just for washing, or hell, set up an entire process to where millstone dumps into millstone, because it has to be done a second time, right? Or full-on crushing wheels. Maybe we'll do that. We got some time though. But I mean, that's a ton. And now I just got to get all of this cooked up, and I can finish what I was working on, then we continue. Now that took far longer than I anticipated. Not everything is connected up. What's... Oh! Yeah, because... Okay. Now everything isn't hooked up. I did get the wheels hooked up, finally. We got this opened up. I have to clean that part. I've got 2 boilers back here. Now currently, I don't know what they're doing. So let's see. Let's check everything out. Boom. Oh, that's the wrong one. That is the speedometer. We want the stressometer. Ooh. Okay. We're at 98% capacity. Because we have those 2 boilers, and I think we are still connected up here. We might not be, actually. No, we're actually not connected to the outside. Okay. Weird. So I'm going to have to find a way to speed that up. But for now, we've got... How much does this utilize? Let's go ahead, disconnect that. And we drop from 98% to 63%. That is massive. Absolutely massive. So we're going to keep that off for a while. Until we absolutely need it. These crushing wheels, however, we're going to need them. Also, if you use the backpacks, here's a few things I recommend. Tool swapper upgrade. Oh my god, this thing is so damn useful. Also, a crafting upgrade, depending on how much you travel. I would also recommend something like a smelter, a furnace upgrade, the feeding upgrade. Yeah, still got a couple of spots open, which is always fantastic. Yeah, this is swaps to the iron sword. Oi. Get out of here. But we got this extended a bit. You can see, wraps all the way around. Also, Twilight, I don't know what mod you're using, but that's creepy. I don't like spiders per se. Okay, I'm not a fan. Also, let's see how the farm is doing. I think it's doing all right. I think it's doing okay. We got 200 of the spruce, 200 of the oak, a whole mess of saplings, sticks. We could actually take those and put that in bone meal eventually. Now, something else I want to get taken care of. I need more iron nuggets. Twilight did a thing. Twilight did a very, very... You're not required. Fantastic. Oh, you are. That's... I know which one that connects to. Okay. Yeah, Twilight did a thing. Actually, I gotta split this one up too. Can't use that one. Oh, Twilight. Do I need... No, I don't. We can put those... We can hook those directly up. Alright, so Twilight. Twilight did a thing. We're gonna have to use the floor. Kind of like how that's set up. It's fine for now. But, here's what happens, right? Take spruce. Spruce is a perfect example. I want to see what's going on, right? So we're gonna... Actually, I didn't bring oak with me. It's fine. Come spruce. We're gonna take this filter. Strip spruce. We're gonna do the same thing with oak eventually. Can you be... You cannot. I'd like to cover you. You're an eyesore. Now, if I set this to planks, right? Let me go ahead. Let that cut it up. We went from 34 to 40. Yep. We are getting the full 6 out of this, which is what we want. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. All right, first things first. Oak, spruce planks, because that's what we're going to need. I'm going to rotate that around facing the opposite direction. Take this here, copycat trapdoor, right? We had what? Grab our piece of tuff. Gotta love the copycat stuff. Now, if I can learn. And it's the rotation. It's going to go the same direction. Damn it. Same copycat trapdoor. There we go. Even put them on top. Just kind of no need for that, but it's something. So what that'll do is instead of us getting going 1 to 2, 2 planks per log, it's now 6 planks per log. Oh, we get sulfur from it. Fantastic. All right, we take 4. We're going to need a blaze burner. All right. Also, something I did, it's kind of future-proofing, but not. If we head back here, I have 2 blaze burners just kind of chilling out, right? But if I were to take and give them some... Let's see if you'll work. It shouldn't last long, but... Yeah, these don't work. I swear, night comes so quickly on this damn pack. Twilight, did you do something? Anyhow. Use creosote oil. Because if you look at this, liquid burning. Lava lasts 16 minutes. Ethanol 5. Creosote lasts 4. And that takes our stress capabilities from, what was it, 4,000? All the way up. But it gets even better. The straw, just running bamboo through a rolling machine, you can pump liquid into that directly. Like, and there it goes. It slowed down. Is that? Whoa, that wasn't 4 minutes. That was like 30 seconds. Twilight, you got some explaining to do. So apparently my system's a little wonky. Trying to add the water wheels outside to the boilers inside, and it makes it go overstressed. I don't know what's up. I will figure it out later. Alright, second mixer setup. Probably end up having... No, this should work. So if we take a bucket of creosote, boom, coal dust, there's a ton of it in there, heat that up, 1 coke dust per bucket. So if you're going to automate that, you're going to need it over by one of these and set the same system up like we did with the water. That handles that. Crushing wheels can be used to break down coal through brute force, give you access to coal dust. And then up next is coke oven, which, to make coke brick, is a sequential process. 9 times with some sandstone, which means 3 deployers and a press. And then a saw. Rinse and repeat. Alright, so I got the belts at least going the right way. This is disgusting. But with this having to cycle 9 times, I needed something in the back for now. And item drains, well, they just seem to... They seem to work. This is going to be the fun part. But set up like that, it should invert it to run the right direction. Pops on... You know what? Let's just see if this is going to work. The clay, brick, coke dust, sandstone. So it seems in my travel, I did happen to find some bamboo. We moved the mixer over to here so we could just straight pump that in, right? Tank is filled. And there it goes. So if we put that in the corner, right? An Enderman hanging out back. If I can manage... Wow. Well, all right then. It just destroyed all that we had. Definitely gonna want a tree farm. All right, so we have sandstone, and this has to cycle 9 times. Let's change that. 1, clay, brick. They're not powered. It's important to make sure they're all powered. All right. Round 16. 1. Squish. That's 1 time through. This should be its last one. And look at it. 27 coke bricks. We have our hammer on us. We do. Let this teach you a lesson. And the importance of paying attention to things. Beginning of the episode. Right. I was hooting and hollering. Because we needed to get to this point to make netherite. Nope. It's right here in front of us the entire time. And there we have our first piece of netherite. Better late than never. Netherite pick. Ah. And our teleportation history is empty. We cannot go back and get the draconium. Big sad. But we got some other stuff accomplished, and that's the important. That was seeing stuff out my window. Now I understand we are a long ways from needing draconium. We are a long way from that. That's just going to sit there and waste it. So what we're going to do in the interim is take that away. I'm going to turn you off for now. We're actually going to end up swapping that out for the sequential. Now, the precision, which will still work. It should. And just cycle it around. Minor changes. We're going to keep that off for now. Like, what is using everything? That's weird. All right, now with all that out of the way, let's see. Where are we? Like this is Wither Battles. We got to figure that out. That's the end, if memory serves. We're getting close to power. But that also means we're going to be getting into some large structures. I just don't have a place for them. I need to figure out where all that's going to go and live. I have an idea, but it's going to be a hell of a build. Something big that I've never done before. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's a little scary. Now, all right. So blast furnace, we did the coke oven. Still have to find a permanent home for that. How do we get blast brick? Raw. Wait, what? Raw blast? Clay, a little bit of water. So we need 27 of these. It should be more than enough cinder flour. Ooh, that's an issue. Oh, that's an issue. our poor little workshop here as we slowly, not even slowly, find more use cases for these various mixers. One's full of creosote, one's full of water. Oh my god, enough with the spiders already. As I was saying, as we find more and more use cases, I need to have more and more of them available. Let's see here. Burner. Put basin on top of him. Boop. Oh, I use my cogwheel. Okay, so we're going to need upwards to 3 buckets of water. So I put water. I suppose that one's got water in it. But it doesn't have the blaze burner. 10. One extra's not going to hurt. Oh, look at it go. Just need 27 of these. That's the last one. These go into the coke oven. So real quick, while this stuff slowly cooks itself up. Earlier we had a comment about how I was like, creosote oil says it's supposed to last 4 minutes, and it didn't. Each blaze burner, it just dawned on me, each blaze burner will hold up to 4 buckets. So if that's full, that's 4 minutes worth. That's where I screwed up. So, will a completely separate setup, maxed out, maybe doubled over, be able to provide enough to keep these heated and going? That's quite possibly. But I don't know if we want to go that route. What I could do is another system, right? To where it's attached to the tree farm out there. Oh, it's dark again. Attached to that tree farm. And ooh, once we head in here. No, it's in getting started. And we need ender pearls for this. But this storage network. So I take one of these and maybe set it up to where it runs off of that. We just have a continued supply. You throw a lever, a little bit of hot redstone action, and boom. All your creosote oil are belong to us. That would take some figuring out, see what the timing would be, the numbers. It's worth a try. You know what? I'm curious about something. It doesn't show solid fuel conversion. So I don't know how long, say, coal coke. More things to figure out. No, what we need is an infinite supply of lava. Oh wait, we can't do that right now because we can't put trains through. Finally. Hey, at least you didn't have to sit through all of it yet. Made ourselves a little hole. It's getting crowded in here yet again. This is not permanent home. Boom. Really hot topic. So with this, the steel is going to be a huge factor. 60 seconds for 1 ingot, or depending on your AFK abilities. Yeah. But you can't automate it. You need the next one up to automate it. That requires steel. As you can see in here, there's a lot of machines, and we're going to need a home for all of that. Early electrode, something tells me the arc furnace is going to be necessary. Auto belts assemble? Seriously? Auto belts, Twilight? That's why we can't have nice things. Quartz glass, steel plate, constant tan. Because this is what I want. That's what I want. Light energistics. Anyhow, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up. And when we come back next episode, all of this will change yet again because it's already getting crowded. But what else do we need? What else do we need? We need some ender pearls. We need to get into all of this stuff. This shouldn't be too bad. It's just a bunch of brass. But for some of our other things, we're going to need ender pearls. So yeah, we'll look into getting some of them. Maybe hang out in the nether, find a crimson forest. Or is it the warp forest? I can never remember. Anyhow, I have it on good authority that there might be an update to the pack coming soon. Stay tuned. Anyhow, take care. I'll see you next time.